Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing a tremendous amount of wonderful rock records. They're all from different decades. I've got Jimi, Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, The Doors, Kiss, Warrant, you name it, just a lot of different things. And here at the end, I've got a very special message, just something I want to share with the vinyl community. It's really important, and I really hope you'll stick around for it because it's a very important project that I want to discuss with all of you. So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate your support. Let me go ahead and get started with the records. And this one is one that I've been wanting for a while. It's been out for a while, and I was able to snag it for $2. It is Prince, Piano and the Microphone, 1983. This is just a beautiful stripped down version of Prince playing some of his best hits and just on the piano in a home studio. Really delicate, beautiful singing, beautiful piano playing, and it's just imagine yourself going into a really fancy restaurant or a really fancy bar, and there's someone at the piano just playing around. And then imagine it's Prince, and just, then your mind's blown, right? Well, that's what this album is. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we've got the early sounds of his songs Purple Rain, Strange Relationship, International Lover, really a lot of good stuff, and I really liked it. This is something I'd always wanted but hadn't picked up, and of all places, I picked this up at Dillard's department store. I had $20 worth of credit I needed to use, and they do sell records there. They don't have a lot. It's all new, albums. But I looked through and found this, and I picked it up, and I ended up paying $2 for it because, like I said, I had a $20 gift card to use or gift certificate. So I'm happy to add this one to the collection, and it's on a beautiful 180 gram vinyl. Here's the label. It's on the black vinyl. A lot of them have been on purple, so it's kind of nice to see the black vinyl on this one, and very happy to have that in the collection. This next record I have the 2014 German reissue of, but when I saw this in a record store, it was in minty condition, beautiful. It's a 1989 album, and this is the original of Kiss's Hot in the Shade, and it is just in absolutely gorgeous condition. And I think these sometimes can go for a lot of money. They're a little harder to find when you're looking at something from 1989. And I have great memories of going, I did see them on tour for Hot in the Shade. I loved that they brought a lot of their old songs back. It was a really great time. I was with some really good friends. This album's good. It has Rise to It, which I think is a really good hit. That was something that I really enjoy. Hide Your Heart. The big song on here that everybody knows is the song Forever. And I think Paul Stanley gives a beautiful vocal. I think the guitar playing is incredible on that song. I don't think it quite gets enough praise. There's also what I think is probably the worst song in their whole discography on here called Read My Body. So this is a Canadian press. It was printed in Canada. But for some reason it does have a sticker on here that it was for BMG Direct Marketing in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I'm guessing there's something to do. This is probably a record club pressing, but I don't really know about that. So you Kiss experts out there, please let me know. I'm just curious. It doesn't really matter. I'm just thrilled to have a beautiful 1989 press of this. And like I said, it is minty. It is in just absolutely perfect condition. So I'm happy to have that one in the collection. And this next record is it's one of my favorite albums. I think it's a perfect album. I absolutely love it. And I have found it a couple of times. I looked for it for years. And then all of a sudden I found one, it was in horrible condition. And then I found another one that was in really great condition. And then I found another one that was in really great condition for a steal of a price. So I picked it up. It's Warrant's Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinkin' Rich. And this one is a little bit different. It's worth picking up because I have the US pressings, and this one is a UK press. Let me show you the label. It's a little bit different. So this one sounds really great. I really love it. Of course, my US pressings sound great too, but I love this album. You just can't go wrong. We've got 32 Pennies is an incredible song. The Down Boys was a huge hit, the song Down Boys. Sometimes She Cries. I really love the song Heaven. It's a beautiful song. Everything on here is wonderful. And I did get to see them when they were touring with Motley Crue, and they sang all these wonderful hits. So I really love that album, and I'm thrilled to have another copy of it. This next record I'm going to talk about, it's just, I guess what I want to talk about first is, if you all are familiar with the term Jump the Shark. Jump the Shark refers to an episode of Happy Days where Fonzie is on water skis and he jumps a shark. He jumps over a shark on that episode. And it's just a moment that a lot of people look back on as when Happy Days, the series just wasn't the same. They had jumped the shark. They literally had changed. The writing just wasn't as good. And usually when something jumps the shark, it means they're gone downhill. Well, the record I'm going to show now, a lot of people say was the jump the shark moment for hair metal music. And when I say hair metal, I cringe a little bit. I don't really like that phrase, but a lot of the younger people here in the vinyl community say it affectionately. So it's starting to change the way I think about it. And anyway, I'll show you who this is. It is Nelson. And a lot of people say Nelson are responsible for a jump the shark moment in hair metal, meaning that and I don't really totally agree with that. I get it. They were twins. They had long blonde hair, but they did have good music. They had musical roots. But I guess there were enough cookie cutter bands and the marketing for them, two good looking twins, I kind of get where they're coming from. But then again, I don't agree. They are the sons of Ricky Nelson, who was a 50s music heartthrob who had a lot of hits. He had a really big hit in the 70s that I still remember called Garden Party that was really good. Their sister has been in movies, and she was in the TV show Square Pegs with Sarah Jessica Parker. So they have a musical pedigree, and they had some really good songs on this album. They had Can't Live Without Your Love, Love and Affection. After the Rain was a really beautiful song. Only Time Will Tell was Tracy's song. That was a great song too. And More Than Ever was another huge hit. They had a #1 song, Can't Live Without Your Love, Love and Affection. So they had a lot of success, but I guess there was a little bit of a backlash at some point. But I do like this album, and I'm really happy to add it to the collection. This again is, it says on here, it is from Indianapolis, Indiana, BMG Direct Marketing. So I'm assuming this is probably a record club pressing. And I think there is a reissue of this album now. And I think the first 500 copies were autographed by them. I'm not really sure, but I'm glad to have the original. So very happy to have Nelson, even though a lot of people probably kind of cringe when I show that album. But they're a really good part of history. And they were part of that heavy metal, not heavy metal, hair metal. They're just classified as that, and they were really good. And I think they seem to be really nice, genuinely good people. This next record is one that I needed in my collection a long time ago. I don't know why I haven't had it. Well, I know why. It was because I was really wanting to get a first pressing of it, but I just haven't been able to justify the price for a clean copy. And I haven't wanted to take home one that was in really bad shape. So I picked up this. It's a 2014 quality records pressing of Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experience? An absolutely wonderful record. I'm so happy to have it in the collection now. And the labels are the newer labels, but I love that it came with this quality MoFi, just this nice 180 gram with a beautiful sleeve to keep it in. You don't have to use one of your own. I think every record should come in one of these. It would be really nice. Just a really good record that if you buy it on Amazon, they have a really killer deal on it. I was able to get it for super cheap, and it's a great record. If I ever find an original press for the right price, though, I'll be thrilled to own that. But that one is going to do me. I think it sounds really good. This next record is one that I saw. I've never bought anything. And honestly, I'm in a lot of those Facebook clubs, the vinyl community clubs on Facebook. I don't really participate a lot. I don't have time to. But there was a guy on there that showed a record, and I was like, I didn't even know that was on vinyl. My mom had the cassette of it and played it when I was a kid. It brings back a lot of wonderful memories of my mom. It just absolutely touches my heart. So when I saw it, I'm like, I have to buy that. It was my first purchase I ever made from one of those clubs, and I had a really good experience. The guy was great. It's the collection, Sheena Easton. It is her greatest hits. And my mom was a huge fan. She loved her voice. So we've got on here Modern Girl. It's a decent song. Strut, Wind Beneath My Wings. It's like the Bette Midler version. It's beautiful. She does a really great job on there. Morning Train was Sheena Easton's biggest hit. Not my favorite. The one that I absolutely love on here, For Your Eyes Only. It was a James Bond film soundtrack song. It was absolutely gorgeous. I Wouldn't Beg for Water was a gorgeous one. When He Shines is beautiful. There's a cringe-worthy song on here called Sugar Walls. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I remember being on the fan bus as a cheerleader and going to ball games, and that would come on. There was a guy who brought a jam box with him, and he'd play that, and everybody would be like, turn it up, turn it up. But I kind of look back on that one. I think it's a little cringeworthy. It was written by Prince. She dated Prince for a while, I believe. And then there's a beautiful song here on the end called Almost Over You. And my memory for that one was back in middle school, I went to a skating rink with a boyfriend, my mom, and dropped us off. And it was my first couples skate to the song Almost Over You. And of course, he and I went on to have a relationship where we, off again, on again. So Almost Over You kind of became like a mantra. But anyway, this is a beautiful record that just reminds me of my mom and just sitting in the car and listening to it with her. So absolutely love it, and it's in really great shape. Now the next record is something I've been wanting for a long time too, and I'm late to picking it up, but it's better late than never, right? And it is Led Zeppelin, How the West Was Won. This is a tremendous concert, absolutely wonderful. They were at the height of the peak of Led Zeppelin, and I've been wanting this one for a while. Let me just go over some of the songs. Obviously, Immigrant Song is incredible. Black Dog, Over the Hills and Far Away. There's just so many hits on here. Stairway to Heaven, of course, a 9-minute and 49 version minute. The Ocean is great. Rock and Roll. There is a version of Whole Lotta Love on here that is 20 minutes and 59 seconds long, and it is really great. So I'm very happy to have this. I'll show you, it's a 4 LP set. I will show you some of the vinyl. Just absolutely cool. Just really good. So that one was one I'd been wanting for a while. There was a sale, I believe it was on Music Direct or maybe Acoustic Sounds, 15% off, and I got a really good deal on this one. This is something I've been wanting for a while. So I am so happy to now have How the West Was Won. And now I want to share with you something that's really important. If you are a vinyl member, you enjoy watching the videos or you make videos, please stick around, and I hope you're willing to participate in this. This is a very special project. Victor, who is a member of our vinyl community, he loves watching our channels, and he has been very kind and supportive to me, approached me with a wonderful idea and a way to raise money for the Save the Music Foundation, which is a wonderful foundation that gives money to help schools to buy instruments and to keep music in the curriculum. So it's a really good charity to give money to. And he had an idea of a way to raise money. He gave me this box set, which I am not going to be keeping. It's not going to be mine. It was mine to enjoy just for the moment. He wanted me to listen to the music and review it. It's a beautiful box set, And when you open it, there are CDs, 3 CDs in here. And it also has a very heavyweight mono press of this wonderful album. Everybody, or most people, do know the album by The Doors. It's their debut album. They were immediate stars. This mono press is absolutely fantastic. I think it's probably the way The Doors should sound. I mean, I just don't know a version that would be better than this. It's absolutely incredible. And it blows. The little copy I have, I don't have a great copy of this, but this one blows it out of the water. It's so good. Anyway, this is going to be up for auction. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to sign it. And after I sign it, I'm going to be sending it over to Frank at channel 33 RPM. I think most of you all know who Frank is. I will leave the link to his channel below, so you can just click right on and see what he's all about. So I'm going to sign this, and that's what Victor wants me to do. And then I'm going to be giving this to Frank. He is going to show this on his channel. He's going to talk about it. He's going to sign it. And then he's going to send it to somebody else. And the whole idea, we're hoping this goes all across the countries. And hopefully at the end we will have a lot of signatures. This record will and box set will be going to a lot of different vinyl channels, and hopefully then it's going to go in an auction, and the money from the sale is going to go to Save the Music Foundation. So let me go ahead and sign this. I'm a little nervous. It feels wrong to sign a record, I won't lie, but Victor has specific instructions. He wants me to sign this, so I am going to sign it. Okay, I have signed it, and here it is. Here's my signature, and Frank is going to do the same thing, and on and on and on, and I hope this goes on for a really long time. So if you have a channel and you're interested in participating in this, and you're willing to pay shipping to send this to someone else just to keep the chain going, let me know, and let's get this started. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.